Hello and good Friday, everyone out there. And today we are going to do something kind of cool and something really new to all of us. We are going to have a drawing for $100. And whoever is subscribed to this channel and has made their subscription public, you have entered the bucket. And what the bucket is, it is filled with every subscriber's name. And we're going to draw one at the end of the news. Now, Chuckles, if you would, you need to give them the news.
I mean, X is going to give it to you, and so am I. You don't like that one?
No.
No? I thought it was pretty good, I gotta say.
Yeah?
Took me like all night to think that up, so I'd appreciate it if you come all judgmental.
Come on, Eileen.
Dragon Ball FighterZ adds 2 more characters to the roster. The Dragon Ball FighterZ roster continues to grow. Another pair of playable characters were revealed for the Dragon Ball fighting game in the latest issue of V-Jump magazine, along with some details about the game's story mode. The 2 new characters joining the roster are Nappa and Captain Ginyu, 2 of the earliest villains Goku and friends faced in Dragon Ball Z. Nappa can summon Cybermen during battle and fire a powerful blast from his mouth. Captain Ginyu, meanwhile, can call the Ginyu Force and use his signature body change ability to swap characters and HP with his opponent. The new issue of V-Jump also shared some details about the game's original story mode, which features new character Android 21 and a resurrected Android 16. According to Gametsu, an event during the story causes the Z fighters to fall one by one. It seems the players will be linked to different characters during different points of the story. During the Android chapter, players will be linked to Android 18, while the Enemy Warriors chapter links them with Frieza. Players will advance through the story mode by battling opponents, and V-Jump says you'll be able to freely focus on where you want to focus on earning experience points, rescuing allies, learning skills, and more. In addition to that, players will be able to deepen bonds with characters, which will give you the chance to overhear private conversations. This game looks awesome, and I'm going to kick your ass with Yamcha when it comes out.
Big words from such a small man child.
You know, you're the one who's always comparing me to Pilaf.
You are Pilaf.
If anybody's Pilaf, it's you. All right.
No, if anybody's Pilaf, it's Jimmy.
Yeah, that's true, though. This tiny, tiny man. Star Wars Battlefront 2's pay-to-win concerns are hard to dodge, says Dev. Star Wars Battlefront 2's open beta ended last week after giving players a chance to try out the game's new weapons, maps, and heroes. However, much of the discussion surrounding the game has focused on its microtransactions. Loot crates and star cards. Battlefront 2 will give away things like maps and character DLC for free, but it will use a loot box style system for unlocking various upgrades, leading to some fans accusing the systems of being pay to win. In an interview with GameSpot, EA said people's fears are understandable, at the same time as calling the accusations hard to dodge. Offering his take on people's concerns, Chris Matthews, art director at EA Motive, the team behind Battlefront 2's campaign, said, "Right now there have been games that exploit players and there have been games that have done it in better ways." He continued, DICE, developer of Battlefront 2's multiplayer, had taken great care to make sure the star cards and the way they work give you more options in battle. Terms like pay to win and stuff like that are hard to dodge, but the guys are doing an incredible job of trying to balance that system. The response is not annoying because we love the fans. We're gamers and we're trying to make something that's super compelling that everyone's going to be able to enjoy, but it's understandable. Mitch Dyer, one of the campaign's writers, went on to say, DICE is listening to the players' feedback. The beta existed for things like this, he said. To look at things like how are people responding to the balance in the maps and how everything flows. What are people enjoying or not enjoying? What's working, what's not working? We'll take all of that from the beta and start pumping it back into the game to improve it, because Battlefront 2 is a game that exists because of feedback from fans. Couch co-op, a single-player campaign, These elements exist because people wanted them, which I think, to DICE's credit, shows they are listening and ready to listen to the feedback.
Yeah, but this is about money.
Yeah, that's a lot of spin.
It's like, oh yeah, if you tell us we'll hate it, we'll change it. Well, all right, we've already said that we hate it and we want it changed. What more do you need? Like, yeah, that's the fucking game I want. Something to spend $60 on, but in order for, me to be actually good and competitive at any fucking level, I have to drop more money.
Right.
It's not. Nah, fuck that excuse. Fuck that all.
That last quote, Mitch Dyer, he was actually he's a former game journalist at IGN. So to me, that says what you're saying is complete bullshit right now. Stupid. They should just have not put loot crates in the game, and I still blame Overwatch.
And but the whole loot crate thing isn't the problem. It's the fact that they're putting upgradable shit in the loot crate. That's the problem. Because, dude, I like Overwatch and their fucking crates, man. They're fun. It's like, ooh, what am I going to get now?
But at the same time, I wish I could just buy the skin I wanted.
I mean, yeah, you can through luck.
No, I can't buy luck.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. I could buy 1,000 loot crates and still not get the one I wanted.
Shit.
Ed Boon discusses bringing Injustice 2 and NetherRealm's games to the Nintendo Switch. If you have a Nintendo Switch, odds are that you want a version of every game to come to the platform. We've already seen some traditional 2D fighting games released for it, but those have primarily come in the forms of older titles like Street Fighter II and Neo Geo Classics. We spoke with NetherRealm Studios creative director Ed Boon at the Brazil Game Show, and he was enthusiastic about the prospect of bringing Injustice 2 to the future games to the system. According to Boon, it would be possible to get Injustice 2 running on the system, though he suggested there could be some shortcomings, presumably in terms of fidelity. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you can make almost any game. There are inevitable compromises, but you can make some version of Injustice on the Atari 2600, he told GameSpot. It's not going to be great, but I bet you can make something. Speaking more generally about the idea of developing games for the Switch, Boon seemed optimistic. That said, the technical challenges could see NetherRealm turn to an outside studio to handle the process. Yeah, I actually do, he said when asked about his interest in exploring Switch games. It's a pretty different hardware architecture. It's not like you can go from a PlayStation 4 to a Switch really easily. So I think we would need to set up something in terms of an external team. On the art team, we have some people who do 3 console SKUs, and that would be something we need to work out. Yeah, I'd love to see Injustice on the Switch. I mean, multiplayer's so easy. You just meet somebody with a Switch and you throw it down.
This is what, makes me hate gamers, though. On a real note, why does the Switch need to have all these fucking third-party games that are on every other console?
Right.
Why do gamers need that? Why do they need to buy the same game over and over again? Fuck you, Bethesda. Yeah, it's just how many times do people want to buy the same game over and over and over again before it's like, yeah, but I replayed it on the 360. I replayed it on the PS4. I did my time.
I've done my nickel. You come take me.
Oh.
I can see it to an extent with the Switch because it is kind of a different way to play, taking it on the go and that, and using the Joy-Cons for the motion controls if you really want to. I'm not planning on buying Skyrim again if I get a Switch because I've played it 6 times now, and I think that's enough. But I play other games like with Doom coming to the Switch. I totally play that because there's no AAA shooter on the Switch right now. Nintendo Switch sales topped 2 million in US during the month of September. Ahead of the NPD Group's lately monthly report, Nintendo has come out in front to share the company's positive news. Switch not only outsold the competition in the United States during the month, but combined with sales from the 3DS and SNES Classic Edition, Nintendo dominated the hardware sales space. New NPD reports are often, but not always, accompanied by press releases from various console manufacturers, putting some spin on the numbers. In a release issued much earlier than usual, Nintendo revealed the NPD report will show that the Switch outsold both PS4 and Xbox One in the US during September. It's the third month in a row that's been true, and the fifth time in the Switch's 7 months of availability that's been the case. Specific sales figures for the month were not shared, but Nintendo noted that Switch has now sold more than 2 million units in the US since launch. On the software side, Nintendo platform exclusives sold well. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle was the month's 7th bestseller. Metroid Samus Returns was the 8th. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild the 10th. That's crazy. Yeah, that's insane to me that Breath of the Wild's still selling that much.
Yeah.
Like, because it sold that at launch with... It basically sold the system. Like, I figured everybody who wanted to play it has, except people like me who are too poor to afford it yet.
Why wouldn't anyone want to buy that game?
Yeah, but it came out in March. It's October.
It's because people like you that don't understand the power. The power of the Breath of the Wild, bro.
Yeah, but I want to play it, but it's like those destructible weapons. I don't really like that at all.
You're just upset that you would have to use some form of like tactic.
No, it's because
you just want the Master Sword.
No,
and you want to run around because you got your chub on.
No. That is not what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was I like loot too much, and I don't want it to break after I find something really cool. All right.
Chuckles chub. All right, to move this along to end this thing that we just did. All right, so this is where dreams come true, ladies and gentlemen. This is the giveaway. Expert analysis there. All right, so I'm going to need one of the peanut gallery to come over here. I don't care which one. Except him, so...
Don't fuck yourself.
There's only two people there. It's Jimmy and his, God, Stephanie.
He's God?
His
Stephanie?
God, yeah. His God is Stephanie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, alright. Oh, right in there. David Pickering. All right. So go ahead and Jimmy, go ahead and walk this to the camera, so we know we ain't doing no tomfoolery up in here.
How about we pick another name and make them fight to the death for it?
Fight to the death.
Fight to the death.
All right. So that's the news, and we're sticking to it. Yeah. So thank you all for tuning in, and David, I will be in touch with you soon. This has been another segment of Chair Shot Gaming. I'm Johnny Homicide.
I'm Ryan Dudley.
Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you.